Bring in our CBS 13 political analyst now, Gary Dietrich. All right, Gary, lots to get to in this one. So many questions. I know a lot of people are focusing on what this will mean politically for the former president's support base and what that will do, because some say will only really strengthen his support.
Well, that's certainly the initial response. And this isn't new to Trump, right? I mean, whenever he's gotten these kind of attacks, the base rallies around him. So in the short term, absent, what this case is going to, how it's going to unfold, is he actually going to be convicted? That would be a whole different matter. But under this indictment, under the investigation component, I think right now there's no question but that the Trump troops are going to rally.
Yeah, let's not forget that Donald Trump's been in some sort of turmoil since the 80s in terms of controversy, and he's thrived every time. But we'll see how this plays out. Let's talk about where this indictment is coming from. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office, not a federal indictment. What does that tell you?
Well, I think for the legal scholars will tell you, they think of all the cases, this one might have not have been the strongest one if you want to take Trump down. I mean, one of the federal indictments, one of the things going on in Georgia, those things have a whole different flavor to them. There's a lot of sentiment that, a local DA trying to take down a former president, just the sort of juxtaposition of the sort of levels of government there, that's raised a lot of questions in and of itself. But it's serious. I mean, this is something we just heard. He's going to have to be fingerprinted. I mean, you can just imagine what a circus this is going to be.
Quick follow-up. Does this mean this is like a trial balloon, if you will, to see how people react to this indictment?
Well, yes and no, because all of these are happening separately. There's no communication between any of them. So really, I mean, what if 2 or 3 more of these happen? These could all be going on simultaneously.
And we can't, not look over the fact of the timing of this, because we're talking years after the fact. This is coming from 2016, so why now?
Well, that's going to be one of the questions. Part of it was, you can't indict a sitting president, so they had to wait till he was out. But there's going to be questions about statute of limitations. There already are. But, of course, the other part of the timing is, he's already declared for 2024.
Right.
And what are he and his opponents going to be doing about this? Is Biden going to come out and make hay of this and announce his own candidacy in the next week as a juxtaposition to the former president?
I was about to ask about what Biden's next move will be, and we wouldn't be surprised if that happens, right?
Well, I mean, he wouldn't even have to mention it. It would just be obvious, right? Well, I'm coming here, I came here to clean up Washington. Long pause.
Right.
But we can say that, too, about the president, but then also for people who were supporting Donald Trump, or now people who won't support him, will they come out and say, I'm going to run now?
Well, interesting numbers are coming out already. 70% of independents say this was politically motivated, even 30% of Democrats, 95% of Republicans. So there's a lot to be played out here. When the indictment finally gets unsealed, we'll know a lot more.
All right, Gary. Thank you.